Hi.
Who the frick are you?
I'm your friendly neighborhood house panther.
Oh, really? Well, you're that
Mhm.
cat that keeps on approaching my doorstep.
Yes.
Oh my
I've been
God!
I've been wondering when you would let me in.
Uh, no.
Oh.
I'm sorry, the house isn't clean enough for a cat.
It only gets cleaner because we leave our fur for you to love us. It's not fur. We're not shedding, we're just sharing our love. We've gotten to timing that too well.
Damn straight.
But what day is it?
It's Wednesday.
Don't we usually do a thing on Wednesday?
We do.
Well, what do we do?
I'm gonna get to the point where I'm just gonna be sick of doing this every time. Just like, damn it, I signed my name to this on the dotted line when I pulled up my own contract as CEO of this company. I would be looking at this in 10 years' time, just like, oh.
That's your DNA stamp there.
And in your own blood.
Exactly.
Because you had to make it that solid. We raise a toast to chaos.
Cheers, mate.
Clink.
Oh,
And this is the show where basically we talk random shit that you don't really need to know that we think you kind of need to know. There's a difference.
mhm.
So they gotta know, Coda. They gotta know. They gotta know.
Oh, and most indubitably.
So,
And
Coda,
yeah,
what's going
mhm.
on?
I heard about this thing that's coming up. It seems a lot of people get excited about it.
What, that date that's circled on the calendar that's tomorrow? It's got a big
Yeah,
circle on it that I don't know why there's a circle on it.
yeah, it's something about Halloween.
Halloween. Okay, Google. What is Halloween?
According to Wikipedia, Halloween or Halloween is a celebration observed in many countries on the 31st of October, the eve of the Western Christian feast of All Hallows' Day. It is at the beginning of the observance of All Hallowtide, the time in the liturgical year dedicated to remembering the dead, including saints, martyrs, and all the faithful departed.
Thank you.
Also in Hispanic, Dios de los Muertos, Day of the Dead.
Yeah,
And I mean, we kind of are experts about it.
I
I
don't know what
mean,
you're talking about.
I mean, I am a well, cat after all.
Your
I'm just in
point.
this, I'm just in this human body right now.
Again, your point.
And
Which
you
bitch?
are witches and black cats are synonymous with Halloween.
I guess so. A witch is
So
intrigued.
now, question of the day.
Oh boy.
What do you like to watch for Halloween?
Oh, well, do you want to know what I watched for Halloween last year?
Yes.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Very nice.
On Halloween night, third trip. Five Nights at Freddy's, third night. It's because they do a lot of like gory horror movies at that time of year, but at the same time, I'm not a gory girl. I'm a
Nope.
thriller girl.
I don't do the spooks and the scares and the gore. I'm in it for the fun.
I occasionally do the spoofs because it is quite funny to just go, oh shit. Ah.
I am scaredy cat.
Like I won't be watching Smile 2. Cause
No, I
no.
get freaked out just watching the ads that come up for it. No.
Just
Although,
it looks so much better than the first one as well, so it looks like they got a bigger budget.
what this year I get to watch one of my favorite movies with Kit
Oh,
because he is 18 now. Rocky Horror Picture Show. I
big
find
jump.
he's been wanting to see it, and I'm like, no. When you're 18, I'll watch. So now that he's 18 this year, I finally get to watch it with him.
There you go. Rocky Horror Picture Show is a really good.
He's for years he's played the song "Sweet Transvestite." I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I do have one that falls under like gory and horror kind of that
Okay.
I watch that I usually spend about a third to half of it like this and turned away, but 13 Ghosts. I mean, Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard is the god of Halloween at this point because he's been in so many horror films and he's the killer in like three of them.
At least one I'd like to watch with you though.
Oh,
Practical Magic
yeah.
or The Craft.
Fair.
Both also high up on my Halloween movie list.
One you probably won't watch, but I enjoyed just because you can like here's the thing. I say I don't go for gory. When I watched Renfield, it was pretty gory, but at the same time you could tell it was like not real. You could tell it was comic book and how they did it and everything.
Okay.
And I've talked about Renfield before and basically save that soul. Because Nicholas Hoult does such a good job. And then they've got Nosferatu coming out literally at the beginning of January.
Ah.
And it's just like, oh, fuck. Here we go again.
Ding, round two. Like,
Yeah. Um, I also do like to go back to Goosebumps because that
mhm.
was one of my favorite series of 2023.
I remember the original. I remember the books.
Yeah.
A kid-friendly Halloween one that I actually really enjoy.
Mm.
Halloween Town.
Yes.
I love that series because there's Halloween Town,
Yeah.
Halloween Town High,
Yeah.
and then Return to Halloween Town.
Yes.
I haven't seen those, but those are such good family fun movies for
They are.
Halloween.
They really are. Um, Agatha All Along kind of falls under Halloween quite a bit currently.
I don't know that one. Kind of an yes, I don't know that one.
The new Marvel show.
Nope.
I'm
And
disappointed.
I'm in trouble. I don't follow a lot of Marvel stuff.
I know you don't, but at the same time, I think Agatha is one you would enjoy.
I'm not saying I wouldn't give it a try at least.
Apart from a couple of things, but I think you'd be okay.
As long as we're out of snake range, we're good. Coraline.
Jesus. It's not exactly kid friendly when
Oh,
you
but
think about it.
it's a great Halloween one.
It's a great Halloween film, especially as it's 25 years old. 20 years old.
Ouch. Ouch.
Hang on. Coraline. Coraline came out in 2009. It's 15.
Oh, jeez. I'm hurting.
Wait. 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, it is 15.
I need stronger. Just think of me as Salem from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yes, which is another good one, by the way.
Yes. Not as big a fan of the later ones.
The Chilling Adventures. Well, that was because there was a darker series of comics.
Well, I mean later in the original series.
Oh, later in the original series. I thought you meant Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, because that was a good show.
No, I mean in the original series. Once they got like towards the end of high school, out of high school.
Gotcha.
Kind of started getting awkward to me then.
Yeah. That's fine.
But I am Salem.
I guess I'd be Sabrina. Okay.
No, there are a lot of good Halloween stuff to watch, and I think people focus so much on it being spooky and scary, which I get that and it's fun.
Yeah. But the
I'm
Queen
more,
of Heart.
yeah, I'm more the fun side. I think we can both agree we're more on the fun side of it.
I mean, I can enjoy the thrills and a couple of spooks now and then. I'm a bit better than you in some cases.
I can't watch FNAF.
I can.
I can't.
And I can also watch Abigail.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh dear. Oh dear. No.
It's fun. You gotta.
I mean, I don't watch Chucky. I don't watch Friday the 13th. I don't watch
I've
Amityville
slightly
Horror.
watched Chucky. I have slightly watched Chucky,
I
and it's just like Chucky is very funny to me.
Oh, a fun Halloween one, kinda can be kind of creepy, and depending on who you are.
Hmm?
Gremlins,
What? Gremlins.
Gremlins, yeah,
Gremlins.
they're so cute and adorable. Just don't feed them after midnight.
Don't give them water.
Yes, that is very bad.
Fizzy pop or alcohol? You might be fine. Water? No.
Yeah, at that point you start to regret your life's decisions. Although one of your favorite ones, actually two of your favorite, Beetlejuice. Love the original. Can't wait to see the second.
Beetlejuice makes a comeback! Boom, boom.
Even though it's technically Christmas,
Nightmare Before Christmas. So there is a huge debate on that because people are saying it's a Halloween film, people are saying it's a Christmas film, and I said, screw it, fuck it. I think it's both because it's Jack trying to celebrate Christmas whilst also celebrating Halloween. So it's both!
it really is.
I treat it as both because I get it out at Halloween and I get it out at Christmas.
My Christmas movie is definitely just a Christmas movie. The animated Grinch.
I will have a list of Christmas movies for you.
Oh no, that's the one I have to watch. The animated Grinch, not the live action. No.
Polar Express.
Funny note about that movie: the writer of it is actually from my hometown.
Ooh.
And when it came out, all the theaters in town did a screening of it, and all the proceeds from it went to children's charity.
Yeah. I also didn't know Josh Hutcherson played the little boy until he talked about how his Tom Hanks experience.
But yeah, there's so much fun things you can do at Halloween. Like I don't do haunted houses.
See, the thing is, I would, but I would really need to find one that would be okay for me.
Yeah,
Because there's a thing here called Hallow Scream. I would not be able to do it 100% because they all go absolutely mental. And I feel like Universal will probably go a little bit mental as well.
Mm,
So it's just finding something that would be not too flashy and all sorts. Like I'd probably enjoy a Five Nights at Freddy maze.
anybody out there listening? This needs to be a thing.
Hey Scott, can you hear me?
Ding, ding, ding.
Blumhouse, can you hear me? You know how those fans are just yapping on at you about FNAF because they absolutely fucking love it? And they said it should be a maze, and that how it isn't a maze this year, and it's just a picture you can take. I think you need to reevaluate some decisions. Please, thank you. I'm asking politely.
Hashtag make FNAF maze real.
There you go. There's your hashtag. Send it out into the internets.
And this comes from somebody I never played the game, never watched the movies.
Mm-mm. Especially from my iconic pictures when I went to see this movie and Blumhouse reposted him with his little cinema ticket. He also
Mm-hmm.
had some ice cream and he had a nice Fanta. No, it wasn't Fanta, it was Tango, orange Tango to drink.
Aw.
And we made sure he had a hot dog as well because to go with that ice cream.
You have to have dinner before dessert. Speaking of Halloween, so I currently have a thing going on my Twitch that I'm afraid of.
I have seen and I donated to it.
Because it was at first thought of what games I could play, and like I'm scaredy cat. So the goal is they have to make me watch live gameplay. A mortuary's assistant.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping the goal doesn't get reached.
They've got 11 days to do it. Or technically 10 now, as of the recording time of this video.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm trying to get over something.
Koda, look at me. Look at your witchy poo. Look at your witchy poo. You're gonna be fine.
I'll be honest, it took me until I was pre-teens before I could even go down the Halloween aisle at the local store because the masks would even freak me out.
I didn't like Halloween when I was a child, but then because I've grown up with how my parents do Halloween pretty big,
Ah.
they go all out and they make, because the garden has a pathway, basically, they make the garden into a graveyard kind of situation, and the kids have to brave the graveyard to walk up and go and get the treats.
Oh, that's cool.
And they used to scare the adults more than the children, which was hilarious. I learned that was more hilarious that when I got older and kind of just like, okay, it's not so bad then. It's just basically because of being a scaredy cat and being told you don't need to be afraid of this a lot of the time. When you're told you don't need to be afraid of it, you're gonna be afraid of it.
I've had to work through it, but like I went through a family because my uncle lived on a farm, had a huge barn, 3-story barn.
Yeah.
Different ones of my aunts and uncles would take a different part of the barn and do it up into like a haunted barn.
Mm-hmm.
Had to go through it.
Oh yeah.
Even knowing it was my aunts and uncles and some of my older cousins doing it, I still freaked out so bad. I I couldn't do it. By the end of it, you know that super heavy test fishing line?
Right.
I snapped it. I was that petrified. because it was a key was on it, and you had to get the key, but they had it on the line, so like, oh, it was a ghost, you couldn't.
Yeah.
I stood the line trying to get the key so I could get the door open and get out.
Yeah, there's things you do when you're scared. Like I feel like some people would just run out of a maze. Just like if they was just like, nope, run, avoid everything at all costs.
Yep, I was keeping my eyes down, and my aunts and uncles were like, "It's okay, it's okay." They were trying to. Some of them were trying to comfort me.
Yeah.
That was the only time I ever did it too, and that's only
Mm.
because all us kids were told we had to do it.
Yeah.
That's why Kitten, he's working on it himself. Like he's gotten into FNAF. So but he's not never been big on it. He's always been very nervous and scared at Halloween. So I've had to, and he's taking it up. And I told him he's talk with you sometime about it, FNAF.
You better. Especially as these are going in my windowsill because I finally got the full collection in this kind of like artwork.
Nice.
Because I found Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy to go with my Freddy.
Oh, cool. I don't think I actually have anything Halloween really.
I have something else. Because
Hmm.
all you gotta do is say his name 3 times.
Yup.
3 times in a row, it must be spoken, unbroken.
Oh, he did such a good job on that role.
Yeah, and he came back to it like that.
And the fact they were able to get the original cast to come back for it, all
Yeah,
the originals.
not all the originals.
Well, I think some of them just weren't alive anymore, were they?
No. They didn't they didn't bring back Barbara and Adam. Charles doesn't really exist that much. And it's mainly just Delia and Lydia and
Huh.
Beetlejuice. It's fine.
I got the main ones because
Yeah, because it's mainly Delia and Lydia that we've kind of loved over the years.
yeah, and the fact that they were, I mean, at least were able to. It wasn't like trying to redo it with a whole new cast, and
Yeah, 100%. Especially Michael's deal was a brilliant deal, which is basically we have to do a majority of physical effects.
you got to keep that same feel.
Yeah, and it was that 80s feel.
Which here's one. Here's one. What do you think on this one? Edward Scissorhands.
I like Edward Scissorhands. It's a very
Could
sweet movie.
could you imagine seeing it done in like a then and now?
I wouldn't imagine them redoing it.
In this day and age, I put nothing past.
Mm.
I remember watching that when I was little, and it came out and being I snuck to watch it because my parents told me not to, but I was kind of being sneaky and watching it behind the chair anyways. I snuck out of my room, and I
Kids
remember
always
being
do
scared.
that. You tell them not to watch something and then they come to regret it and have nightmares about it when they do.
I did for a long time. I didn't watch Edward Scissorhands again until I was an adult.
Yep.
That's another good one.
Mm. One thing I'm just going to kind of go off of movies for a bit and go on to music because Halloween and music is very impactful as well.
Yes.
Just touch on it briefly.
I mean, you say that, and the first thing that comes to mind is the song "This Is Halloween."
Yeah. Also, what comes to mind is Living Tombstone's Spooky Scary Skeletons remix. Because that comes out every Halloween as much as Michael Bublé does for a Christmas album.
Rob Zombie Dragula or Living Dead Girl,
Hmm.
which also great movies.
I found a really old one. So I remember the days where Club Penguin existed.
Oh, I remember Club Penguin.
And I remember that they had a penguin who owned the dance club called Cadence. And on Spotify, I legit found that it still exists. There is a Halloween song that is a total fucking bop called Ghosts Just Wanna Dance.
Oh wow,
That's from Club Penguin.
reaching for that one.
It is so good. I forget how good it is, even though it's from like childhood and like what was the date it was released? It doesn't say. Damn it, I thought it would say. But yeah, because Club Penguin shut down years ago, but I loved it so much. And every time they put on a Halloween event, I used to love the Halloween events that they did. Everything just looked spooky and kooky and ooky. What they do with like kids' websites, which is really cute.
Here's an iconic Halloween song, Monster Mash.
He did the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash.
Mash.
He did the mash. Hang on. This is where I'm gonna have to go. I literally have a Halloween playlist somewhere. Cause one thing I used to do, so where I used to work before I have my job I do currently, there used to be a speaker. And guess who used to take over the playlist at Halloween and Christmas? Because they have the same MP3 player, constantly playing the same music. And I was just like, screw that. Let's play some fun music. So obviously I had Disney villains, but I also brought out Monster Mash, Ghostbusters.
Oh yes. Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
Something strange in the neighborhood.
Wait, there is? Who are you gonna call?
911.
I don't think they deal with that. They just think it's a hoax and then they hang up. Wait, I've got this number for these guys called Ghostbusters!
Miss you, Harold Ramis.
The Time Warp is also on this. Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, I love that movie. I love that one.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Feed me, Seymour.
Also, good callback to 2013, because this circulated my playlist, Calling All the Monsters by China and McLean. Tonight all the monsters gonna dance.
No.
Okay, fine. I'm just too young.
Yeah, I'm just an old cat.
Addams Family.
Oh. Favorite characters? Cousin Knit and Think.
Wednesday.
Although, side note, I love Addams Family. Prefer the Munsters.
Fair. Speaking of monsters, the Agatha All Along theme from WandaVision is on here because it's themed around the monsters because it goes, "Who's been messing up everything? It's been Agatha all along."
Yeah.
It was a great reveal. Because we haven't mentioned this movie yet, and I'm surprised we haven't. Hocus Pocus.
See, honestly, I know as popular as it is, not on my radar.
But there was an a cappella version of this that Disney did of Come Little Children, you know. Come little children, I'll take thee away.
Hmm.
Traditional theme song, Scooby-Doo.
Oh, Scooby Doo.
No, 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 no. It's the What's New Scooby-Doo by Simple Plan. What's new Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. We're gonna solve that mystery.
Uh,
Also, another good one which I think belongs in the Halloween playlist, which is Everybody Backstreet's Back.
oh,
It is a
rock
Halloween themed music video.
it. Yeah,
Rock your body, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because that is because yep.
Yeah. And then there was another one which was basically Man with the Hex. You're right, man, the man. What man? Yeah, the man with the power. What power? You know the power of voodoo. Voodoo. Oh, you do, you do, you what? It's such a good song.
Okay, random question.
Might get a random answer.
Favorite Halloween costume you've done?
I've done fuck.
I can give you my adult one.
I'm gonna say this. I've not liked any of mine.
See, I have one as a kid that everybody thought was amazing. I hated it.
I don't like any of mine.
I was Humpty Dumpty one year.
I've
Like,
done. I did a shitty student budget Scarlet Witch, which was basically in a fleece, in a dress, in socks, and my brown hair.
I think my favorite adult one is I did a werewolf.
I did Sabrina from Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, but it's just how I look in a wig is awful.
Ah,
How I look in a wig is just generally awful. And
I
the
don't mind.
same happened with Wednesday.
Huh. That's a costume I want to do one day.
Wednesday.
No, I want to do Cousin It.
Oh, cousin
I
it.
want to get a bowler hat, get a bunch of super long wigs, glue them to the inside so that way it looks like. But then I want a silver tray on my shoulder with a
Mm,
hand to represent things.
yeah. But yeah, like Halloween, as much as I love it, I've not loved any of my Halloween costumes because, like, I don't know, like the dressing up element, I'm just not very good at it. Or it's just like when it comes to wig things and stuff like that, it is comfortable on my head. Well, it's not comfortable on my head, but at the same time, I feel like if I got a more expensive wig, it would look better. I don't like cheap wigs because it just doesn't fit well. And then you look at my sh face shape and you look at me, and it doesn't look right.
Fair.
Whereas if I got probably more of an, you know, those expensive wigs where it can blend in with your head and make it look like it is your actual hair and suit you, then it might be better to do that. But obviously, I've just gone to dress up shops and just gone and bought costumes every single year.
True. See, we always made our costumes growing up for the most part. That's why my
I
adult
can't do
one,
that.
my werewolf, ripped a shirt. I had like a random rip on each arm, but I dyed cotton balls,
Hmm.
glued them to a piece of board, like a thin piece of construction paper or something. I can't remember what it was,
Hmm.
but I made it look like fur popping out of the. I glued it underneath and had it coming out like fur,
Right.
and then I blotch painted my face so it looked like I was turning into a werewolf.
Yeah.
Just did my hair all over the place and simple but fun. May not look the greatest, but I had a blast doing it.
Fair enough.
Oh, the Humpty Dumpty costume. Oh, I loved that one because everybody loved it. Everybody.
Yeah, but also just to kind of go on a personal note, and I know when I say this, I'm gonna get a text from my work wife as soon as I say this. I'm very insecure when it comes to costumes, and she'll know this because we went to an area party together. And when I did Scarlet Witch and when I was like in the wig, she could tell I was feeling so insecure about how I was feeling in the costume and
Oh,
how I didn't feel right. But at the same time, I don't feel right being characters because I'd rather create my own. That's the thing.
that's understandable.
Like, if I could do like my D&D characters' costumes or my vampire characters' costumes,
Oh,
oh my God, I would have so much fun. I have a vampire called Clara. She is a Victorian aged vampire over the age of 100, 200 years old, and basically was the steampunk inventor of the era. Give
ooh.
me a corset, give me a shirt, like give me a nice pair of brown pants, some long boots, and probably some wiggly ginger hair.
Mm.
Some wavy ginger hair. That's Clara.
Now you're making me think. Imagining doing.
Cosplay my characters.
I'm just thinking of how Dravosa would be.
Yeah, we don't talk about Rebecca.
R.I.P.
Hmm. But yeah, I'd have fun with those. Because like I feel like when I create characters for my D&D games or such, I can easily have an element of just like, if I slip this on, I am in a costume.
Yeah. And I do want to say though, I think there's a something it was briefly touched on at the beginning, kind of, but there is something. Not every area treats Halloween the same.
No.
Like I said, Hispanic, it's Dios de los Muertos, Day of the Dead.
Yes, they do.
It's
And they have a whole
a
celebration.
yeah, it's a celebration. So I do think that's good to remember too that it is, and it like Google said, All Hallows Day. It was originally a pagan tradition.
Correct.
Just a little side note that I had to add in there because
Oh yeah. Yeah.
we all know Halloween what it is today, but that there are other variations,
Oh yeah.
like the
Yeah.
movie Coco shows.
Correct.
Cheers to that one.
Cheers to that one.
Although, what's great to do on Halloween for Halloween time, just find those old B-rated horror movies, like the black and white horror movies, like The Ant.
Mm,
Watch those, like the black and white. Just go way back and watch some of the old stuff. Oh my gosh.
yeah. But the
Never need it.
request I want everybody to remember, and probably the request to the industry, because they do go hard on horror because they get complained at a lot of the time. But here's a request to that audience that keep on going hard on them. Not a lot of us enjoy going hard on Halloween horror movies. Some
Thank
people
you.
can just go in there. It's when you look at some of the horror movie reviews, it wasn't even that scary. Really? Maybe it wasn't for you to enjoy, but maybe for someone who is trying out horror for the first time. Makes sense. Like for me, Five Nights at Freddy's 1, with the amount of horror it had in it, makes sense because it introduces horror and it's horror in the context of the story. And then when they're going to go into 2, they're going to go even more into the horror. So it's just like, you had the welcome package, now it's time to get even more into it.
Yep. I
If you
agree
go
with
up
that.
every single time, I feel like there's a step by step you can literally do to kind of theme what you're doing. and make the last one be the scariest of them all.
Yep.
Makes sense.
And what's horror to one person, like for some people, it may be the gore and the guts and the blood. For others, it may be psychological horror.
Yes.
Like there's different types too that people have to remember.
There are a lot of good psychological horrors out there as well.
I've heard a couple few.
Because apparently Speak No Evil's really good. And that's more of a psychological horror.
Oh yeah. What would you call 30 Days of Night?
No idea.
If I remember correctly, that was a Rob Zombie movie.
I haven't watched it.
I was unwillingly had to watch it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. Actually good.
Fair. But like I say, there's the kid-friendly, there's the absolutely gruesome, and then there's the happy middle. Can we have a happy middle, please? For me?
Yes. Oh dear.
We're empty.
Well, I guess that means
The episode's over.
it's time to remind the people to do the things.
Oh, you mean to check out the channel, check that subscribe button, make sure they hit the notification bell so they're notified when a video goes up, and check out all of our other shows?
Yeah, that thing. That's the one.
Oh, I guess I just did it.
Well done.
Hey.
Because we like you peoples and we want to see more of you coming
And
back.
plus, we're a variety channel. We're not exactly going to get out there.
Exactly. Help people know because
Help a fellow cat and a fellow witch and
no,
whatever Danny wants to be.
the man behind the curtain.
Is he the Wizard of Oz? He
Kind
would
of.
kill me for that. He would kill me for that. I'm sorry. It was walked into.
Kinda. But yes.
He would still kill me for that joke. Like, is he the Wizard of Oz? No, he's not. He's not the Wizard of Oz. He's Michael Myers. He's Michael Myers.
Remind me to bring that up next week.
Michael Myers?
No, he's the Wizard of Oz.
No! I will be murdered. He will be down here if he can find money, and then he will find the money to get down here. He will murder me, and then all of a sudden you'll get like you'll be doing a Zoom call. Hey, Yaz, Danny, what are you doing there? Hi, Twilight.
That's our obligatory cat intro.
And she's scratching her ear.
Hi. Come here, not the butt, the head.
Hi, beautiful. We're about to say bye to the people. Do you want to say bye?
You want to tell them bye? Meow.
No.
She's purring but refuses to say goodbye.
Okay, well, I'll say it. Goodbye!
Be safe. Peace, y'all.
Yes, behave this Halloween. Oh, you know what I'll do. Bye now.